Check, check, check. Mornings with the Michael and Friends on Power 108.9. Yo, got an awesome show for you today. Got some cool people hanging out with us today. Nah, no, we don't, because it's just me today. We rocking it solo today. Boy, why do I sound like this pollen in Georgia? It's getting to you, boy. Yep, I can feel it. Need to go get me a Clarity. Yo, today's show is being brought to you by Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group, dedicated to helping people realize the dream of home ownership. For more information, you can visit her website, teamtoddrealtygroup.com. Yep, 1 year anniversary. Power 108.9. Got a lot to talk about today. Nipsey Hussle. Talk about him continuing his work and what he's got going on. Also, hey, Latasha. I got the list of the best airlines in the world. Where does your favorite airline rank? Not only in the world, also I got the best airline in the U.S. Also, who else are we talking about today? 45 talking about closing the border. I'm gonna tell you what that's gonna do to all your fruits, especially y'all avocado lovers. Y'all gonna be mad about that. Also, a drunk woman in Oklahoma. I'm gonna tell you how when the point she realized she was too drunk to drive. She probably still don't realize she's too drunk to drive. Also, Nintendo and Sony have started a trend in video game systems. I'll tell you who's next to bring their game back. If they got that Madden, it's gonna be trouble. If they got that old school Madden, yeah, it's gonna be trouble. Shout out to Cornholio and Caldwell. We might have to crank that Sega League back up again. Hey, as always, we got your birthdays and shout outs. Birthdays are brought to you by Oliver Adams, aka the coach. We got your national days. We got your on this days. Yep, today's the 2nd of April, 2019. And did you know that it was on this day, back in 1985, that the NCAA Rules Committee changed? Yes, it did. It changed on this day, back in 1985. It adopted the 45-second shot clock in men's basketball. It began the next season in 1986. I bet you Maceo knew that. Because back then, boy, I tell you what, boy, they can hold that ball forever. Remember Chris Mullin and them in St. John, boy, they just hold on to the ball the whole game. It wasn't until 1986 that they said, okay, we can't have that happen. We got to put a clock on it. Hey, we got that. We got more. Did I mention that today's show is brought to you by Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group, dedicated to helping people realize the dream of home ownership. You can visit her website today, teamtoddrealtygroup.com. Go Braves! Yeah, that Four Corners may say, oh, yeah, I remember that. Go Braves! Damn, we got to win. Let's go! Boy, that Four Corners, 30-27. Shout out to Ronald. I think we're just a little nervous up there in Philly with the whole Bryce Harper, you know. It was a good weekend for a good week for Philly. That's all they was doing, Herb. Yes, it was very cold up in Philly. Shit, it's cold in Atlanta. Hey, thanks for sharing that feed, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Hey, got an awesome show for you today. Solo Dolo today. As we take on the month of April. It's our 1 year anniversary here at Power 108.9. I think yesterday I had to shout out all of the people that made this possible. sound like I'm winning. I just won an Oscar. That's not like a Grammy, but I want to once again, like all month, we're gonna celebrate Power 108.9. Hey, what up, Mel? Yesterday, we congratulations, got one of our newest shows on the network. Will be debuting, I think this Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's this Saturday. It's called The Veil. You go to Power 108.9. If you check us out on Instagram or anything like that, you check out. We got some four educated brothers and sisters from down at GSU. They say they claim that they're the real GSU. That's that Georgia State GSU. But you can check out their promo video or pics on the gram. I'll tell you a little bit about them later on. But now they got an awesome show coming up. And don't forget, April 19th, it's on a Friday. It's the day before 420, obviously, before everybody starts getting high on that Saturday. But we're gonna do a happy hour. We're gonna do another happy hour, kind of a little anniversary jump over here at Sports Social. We're gonna turn up, as the youngins say. There's no Braves game that day, so it won't be super duper crazy over there. But our folks over at Sports Social are inviting the entire cast over to Sports Social. So we're gonna hang out there on the 19th. Once we get that link from them, we'll put it out there because you can just join the list. And we're gonna have drink specials and prizes and stuff like that. So that's gonna be super exciting. Yes, I do sound a little congested this morning. It's because I think my those allergies are finally kicking in today. I can feel it all right here. What's up, Miss Thomas? Can y'all hear it? Yeah, I can feel it all right here. So forgive me about that. Hey, thank y'all for sharing this morning. But once again, before I jump into any stories, I gotta say thank you to everybody that has been a part of Power 108.9. You know, regardless of how big or small your contribution has been to the show, like we really appreciate it over here. Shout out to Eddie for getting us squared away with our sound. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that we sound good in the morning. Also, gotta say thank you to Sean Prime because I remember the day vividly that I made a decision that, you know, okay, it was time for my next step, which was to open up the network. And just like a lot of us, we talk about it all the time. You hear speakers talk about it, motivational speakers. We talk about the fear. Yes, it's always scary. It's still scary today, even after 1 year. It's still a little scary because you got to put work into it. We still got a long way to go, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, we still got a long way to go. But the thing is, we always say on the other side of fear is something amazing, and you'll never get to that amazing until you experience the fear of what you have coming up next. So shout out to, like I said, shout out to Eddie, shout out to Sean Prime, shout out to all my internet radio show crew out there that's still doing their thing. And like we always say, man, stick with it. Keep it pushing. Shout out to the Crush, my man Maceo and Glaze. You know, every time I think about them two, I think about the first time I did an interview with them when we at the old Crush Studios. We was in that house and we used to write on the wall. And I said, hey, got a home for y'all. I introduced him to Sean Prime. And then you talk about someone with an idea, what Maceo and Glaze had together, you know, the idea, and just look at how it has manifested and grown. You know, one of my proudest moments as a big brother is when I saw them, one, hanging out with Tiger Woods, two, them with that all access Atlanta Dream, and of course the Super Bowl jump. Couldn't forget that. And remember that. We go back to talking about being in the house during the show. And then now, 12 months later, we look at power, and we're still here. So once again, thank you. Thank you to all the publicists and the PR folk that trust us with their clients. And as always, like shout out to my partner Joy. It would have been so cruel if I would have did the April Fools yesterday that me and Joy were back. Like that would have been super duper funny, but it would have been cruel at the same time. I might do it next year. Nah, I guess I told y'all I might do it next year. Hell, half of y'all forget. So once again, thank y'all. 1 year anniversary. Power 108.9. Mornings with Michael and Friends. Come hang out with us on the 19th over here at Sports Social. We'll get that link out to you at the end of the week. And when we come back, I got this list of the best airlines in the world. Where did your favorite airline land on that list? Delta was not number one, just FYI. They were not. But one of my favorite airlines was number one. We'll talk about that and more. It's Mornings with Michael and Friends on Power 108.9. Wake up, shout it, let go. Hey, Dee, good morning. What up, Terry J. Hall? Happy birthday to you. Hey, Tammy Patterson. Hey, shout out to that Power 108.9 YouTube page. Yeah, that YouTube page is jumping over there. Man, that camera's so fresh. Hold on, let me move that camera up a little bit. It's catching me at the wrong angle. Yeah, that's a decent angle right there. Check. All right, let me swing it around some more. There we go. Check. Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Hey, we got your birthdays and shout outs coming up in a second. Also, did I mention that today is the 2nd of April, 2019, and that it is National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day. Yeah, National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day is celebrated annually on April 2nd. This food holiday is a classic favorite of many. The average American will have eaten over 2,000 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches by the time they graduate from high school. I think I did that by the time I graduated from elementary school because my grandmama, shout out to Ella Mae Todd, but Granny I used to come home from school and she would have them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches jumping, boy. And she knew the right combination too, the peanut butter to the jelly, you know what I'm saying? As well as she cut it diagonally. I think that's why I love my sandwiches cut diagonally because my granny used to do that. Now, peanut butter was considered a delicacy in the early 1900s and was only served in New York's finest tea rooms. But it was in May of 1896 that an article was published in the Good Housekeeping magazine that it urged homemakers to use a meat grinder to make peanut butter and spread the results on the bread. And that same year in June, the culinary magazine Table Talk published a peanut butter sandwich recipe. Yep, that's what happened. That's how we got to the peanut butter and jelly. And speaking of food, experts have warned that American food retailers will be hit very hard by a border shutdown, as 44% of produce imported by the U.S. is grown where? In Mexico, including virtually all avocados this time of year. Now, Trump, aka 45, is threatening to close the border this week to stop the flow of migrants. Experts have warned that American food retailers would be hit hard by a border shutdown. Mexico supplies virtually 100% of the avocados in the U.S. during this time of year, and most imported are tomatoes, cucumbers, blackberries, raspberries, also come from Mexico. And we talk about a complete shutdown that would disrupt millions of legal border crossings in addition to asylum seekers, as well as billions of dollars in trade, about 137 billion of which is in food imports. So yesterday I was checking out my man, what's our guy name? Tasha, I can't remember his name right offhand. Not WSB, ABC dude. Chris, David Mural, and David was breaking it down, just how much economically the economic impact would be on the U.S. with 45 getting his way with shutting down that border wall. Now, they've done it before, temporarily. President Reagan did it back in the day. But I think once he realized how much money the U.S. and the economy would be affected, he was like, okay, let me open this thing back up real quick. We were watching ABC News yesterday, and David Muir, one of his partners, was doing an interview right there at the border. It was so funny. Because the reporter dude is standing out there doing the report on the border, but you see a bunch of Mexican brothers and sisters coming across this bridge. And David Muir was like, okay, thank you for the report. Hey, but who was all them people walking behind you? It was the funniest thing ever. I guess you had to see it to see. I'm gonna see if I can find the video, but it was hilarious. But yes, 45. Hey, trying to close down everything. Shut the borders up. No more avocados. No more peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It's just gonna be us on the damn wall. All right, 45. Better make this last year a good one. Now let's they get your ass out of office before then. Hey, when we come back, we got your birthdays and shout outs. Also, the best airlines in America without cheating. I think I'm gonna put a poll up. I want you to answer, who's your favorite airline in light of the 2019 TripAdvisor Traveler's Choice Awards for airlines? What did your favorite airline rank? You can put your comments on the Facebook Live or on YouTube. We're on YouTube too. Did I mention that? Power 108.9. And we'll come back. Your favorite airline, where does it rank? Mornings, Michael and Friends on Power 108.9. Good morning, Jeanette. Mr. Brickhouse, what's happening? Check, check, check. Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. So we got a question up that we're asking today. Shout out to our 1-year anniversary here at Power 108.9. What's your favorite airline? And the reason I'm asking, not because I'm going on a trip anywhere, but the TripAdvisor, they ranked, it's called Traveler's Choice Awards for airlines. They ranked the best airlines in the world. So I'm just curious where your favorite airline may have ranked. And what they did was they took over a 12-month period, they determined by using an algorithm, of course, and took into account the quality of airline reviews and rankings submitted by different travelers around the world. So I have the list of who's the best in the world and best in the United States. You'd be surprised who the number one in America is. So we'll talk about that today. Also, it's the 2nd of April, 2019. Not only is it National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day, but it was on this day back in 2014 that the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that limits on the total amount of money individuals can give political candidates and political action committees were unconstitutional. Also on this day, back in 1992, mob crime boss John Gotti was convicted in New York of murder and racketeering. He was later sentenced to life in prison. Yeah, it was on this day back in 1992. 1992 it was a good year. This year I got out of the military. Was it April? I was still in April. I don't think I finally ETS to like June of 1992. But yes, and got to fly on a lot of planes back then. The crazy thing about our planes, we rode on them C-130s, them big cargo planes. But if you love to fly, the awards for best 2019 TripAdvisor's Traveler's Choice Award goes to the top 10 airlines in the world. I guess we'll do that coming from 10 up. Starting at number 10 is an airline called ANA. Number 9, Jet2.com. Coming in at number 8, Air New England. Azul came in at number 2nd. And surprisingly, the number 6 airline in the world, Southwest. Yes, Southwest Airlines came in at number 6. Number 5, you have Japan Airlines. 4, Emirates. 3, EVA Air, EVA. Number 2 was Qatar Airways. And then the number 1 airline in the world was Singapore Airlines. Now, there's an article up. We got it up at Power 108.9. You can check out the article. But some of these planes are amazing. I wanted this. Oh, that's business class. Like if you look at Air Canada and the way they got that thing laid out, like that 10-hour flight to Hawaii on one of these planes, that would be worth it. I can see one with a bed. They have a bed. I'm gonna put this link up so that you guys can check it out. If you look at Emirates, Emirates has a bed. They got the seatbelt and everything on the bed. I guess you got to lay down. When you lay down, I guess you got to put the seatbelt on. Kind of like you're in one of them hospital beds or something. So yeah, shout out to the top 10. Now, when we talk about top 10 award-winning airlines in North America, so we talk about the best major airline. That goes to Delta, of course. They say the best mid-sized airline goes to Alaska Airlines. The best low-cost airline goes to Southwest and JetBlue. But then when you look at the best airline in the United States, It goes to Southwest Airlines. Also the best in North America and number 6 in the world, like I mentioned. So shout out to Southwest. Southwest has really came to the A down at Hartsfield-Jackson International and doing their thing. That's one of my favorites, especially on a short flight, like if we, go to DC or we go down to Miami or something like that, a nice little quick flight. I love to jump on the Southwest because their prices are awesome. And they got that Wi-Fi too. So we can check out Netflix. Hey, tell us what's your favorite airline. You go to the Facebook page and drop your comments in there. Or you can tell us right up here. We're asking what's your favorite airline. Delta be kind of fancy though. Christina says she likes American Airlines. Shout out to Damian Blair. He gonna say African American Airlines, aka Soul Plane, aka Southwest. Don't do us like that, Damian. Southwest is ranked number 1 in North America. Y'all know we love our Southwest. Hey, if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Birthdays are being brought to you by our guy, Coach Oliver Adams. Y'all know that true power comes from the inside of you. And once the power to live is ignited, change happens immediately. You can check out Coach's latest book. It's called Power to Live Through Obstacles on his website, power2live.net. Shout out to Charles. Charles says Delta. A lot of Atlanta folks gonna say Delta because it's Delta. Hey, but celebrating a birthday today. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Here's some celebrities that share that same day with you. Happy birthday to former Atlanta Brave and Braves commentator. I think he's in the Braves Hall of Fame. Don Sutton turned 74 years old today. Also celebrating a birthday here in the A, well, Gwinnett County. Quavo turns 28 years old today. Also got to say happy birthday to one of my brothers in morning radio. Have I met? Yeah, Jock met Jock before. Young Jock turns 36 years old today. Happy birthday to Young Jock. Also, comedian Carlos Miller turns 36 years old today. Not to be confused with Pastor Carlos Miller. Carlos spelled his name with a C. And he's not a comedian, he's a pastor. But the other Carlos Miller, the comedian, is celebrating a birthday. Also celebrating a birthday today, Tracy Braxton turns 47 years old today. Also got to say happy WB birthday. Y'all know WB is would have been birthday. If they would have been here, they would have been celebrating a birthday today. Got to say happy birthday to Rodney King. Yep, Rodney King would have been 54 years old today. Y'all know Rodney died at the age of 47. I think he had if I'm not mistaken, I think he had some kind of health issues that Rodney had. But happy birthday, Rodney King. And one of my mama's favorites. Yesterday, we celebrated my mom's birthday. My mom would have been, 73 yesterday? Well, her MCM, Man Crush Monday, her man crush every day, would have celebrated his 80th birthday today. Who am I talking about? Marvin Gaye. Yep, Marvin Gaye. You talk about going too soon. 44 years old. Y'all remember his dad killed him? That was crazy, wasn't it? Never forget that day. Like my mama was really mourning that day. She loved her some Marvin Gaye. Everybody loved Marvin Gaye back then. And we talk about some of the greatest national anthems sung at a sporting event of all time. Marvin Gaye has to be up there at the Lakers. I think it was a championship, if I'm not mistaken. Has to be ranked up there, number 1 or 2, right behind Carl Lewis. I'm just joking about the Carl Lewis joke. Between him and Whitney, not Carl. Carl Lewis was funny though. I've never seen somebody start over singing the national anthem. So happy birthday to Marvin Gaye. Rest in peace. And when we come back, I'm gonna tell you what Sega is about to do. Well, Sega about to change the game, but Sega gonna be hurting some people's households here. I'll tell you why. Happy birthday. to you from us. Mornings with Michael and Friends and Power 108.9. Wake up, Johnny. Hey, thanks for sharing that video, y'all. Appreciate y'all. I got a headache. All right, we're back. Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Today's show being brought to you by Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group, dedicated to helping people realize the dream of home ownership. For more information, you can visit her website, teamtoddrealtygroup.com. Hey, we're on YouTube also. We're broadcasting on YouTube, Power 108.9 on YouTube. Loving this picture though. On YouTube. What a great feed. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. Also, you can check us out on Instagram. What is it? Power 108.9? Power 108.9. That's sad I don't know it. My bad. And I be posting all the time. Hey, we also asking a question on social media. The 2019 TripAdvisor's Traveler's Choice Award came out, and it ranked the top 10 airlines in the world, as well as the top airlines in North America. And Southwest was ranked number 1 in North America and number 6 worldwide. Delta didn't even make the worldwide list, I don't think. Yeah, I don't even see them anywhere on the list. But we're asking you, what's your favorite airline? No, growing up in Atlanta, Delta, Hartsfield-Jackson is the hub for Delta Airlines. So we see it all the time, but there are other airlines out there. And by this list, boy, some of these planes are amazing. Like Singapore Airlines, I got a real bed in there with a seatbelt. Yes, TVs. So shout out to them. But Delta did win the best major airline award for North America. So shout out to them. Hey, did I mention that it's the second of April 2019, and we were talking about the rule being changed to the 45-second clock back in the day. But it was also on this day in 1984 that John Thompson became the first Black coach to lead his team to the NCAA College Basketball Championship. Yeah, that happened on this day back in 1984. And as y'all know, John Thompson coached who? Georgetown, correct. Patrick Ewing was on that squad. Who else was on that? Graham, I remember Graham, Patrick Ewing, Jackson. I think there was a Jackson on the squad. I'm trying to think. David Wingate. Yeah, I think I didn't know any of those names, didn't y'all? Yes, David Wingate was on that squad. David had a pretty good NBA career too. But shout out to Patrick Ewing. It was also on this day, back in 1987, that the speed limit on U.S. interstate highways was increased to 65 miles per hour in limited areas. Stay alive, drive 55. Y'all remember that? Man, you try to drive 65 in Atlanta on a day that's like a weekday, and see what happened to you trying to go up I-75 or 85. I think some people think that the speed limit is the highway, is the interstate. They see that 85, well, they press the gas. So thank you for raising that speed limit. And we're asking the question of your favorite airlines. Everybody's coming with Delta. Italia said Qatar Airlines, business class. Wow, yes. Yeah, they're business class. Sis, I've only seen the pictures. As a matter of fact, Qatar is number 2 on the list. I've only seen pictures of their business class. I got to step my game up. I got to step my passport game up. Angel says American. I like them. I think I've flown American one time. I've flown them one time because I made a mistake back in the day. I was in Vegas. And I was on a damn buddy pass. Tasha, you remember that? I was in Vegas on a buddy pass and could not freaking get home. And I was so ready to get home. I think it's like one of the second or third times that I went to Vegas. And I waited at the airport all freaking day. And I was just ready to go home. Like I almost cried. And I ended up buying a first class ticket, red eye, on American. It cost me like $500. I don't think I was mad about that part. I think I was just mad that it was like 12 o'clock at night and I was in first class and everybody was drunk and tired and everybody fell asleep. I couldn't flex in first class like I wanted to. I was too tired and mad. It's so petty. But that first class was pretty nice though, from what I can remember. Hey, I told y'all yesterday about this weather. Millions of New Yorkers, shout out to all of our friends up there in New York, woke up Monday morning to 34-degree temperature. With that wind chill, it was like 25 degrees up there. It was basically 70 degrees over the weekend up in New York City. So it was 70 degrees, dropped down to 34, wind chill temperature was 25, and then to add insult to injury, they got like 5 inches of snow. Oops. Global warming. Al Gore was right. Y'all didn't listen to that, brother. Yes, you paid for that last ticket from Vegas to Atlanta on American. I think I'm still paying you back for that, ain't I? Hey, we're counting down to our 1-year anniversary get-together at Sports Social. Y'all need to come hang out with us. Power 108.9 celebrating 1 year here at the Battery Atlanta. We want y'all to come hang out. We're going to have drink specials and giveaways and Braves tickets. And hold on, I'm making a lot of that up. But no, we're going to have some giveaway stuff, though. I'm sure we can get some Braves tickets. I'm sure it won't be bad. Good morning, Tracy. Tracy says Southwest. She loves Southwest. Yeah, I'm Southwest. And plus, they be taking those drink tickets, too. I don't care how old and raggedy them drink tickets are, boy. They will scoop them things up for you and give you a nice cocktail or beverage of your liking. I hadn't flown on Delta so long. We went to Hawaii. I hadn't flown on Delta so long. Me and Malik ordered something to drink. I'm digging in my wallet, going to get my to pay for the cocktails, and that lady looked at me like, "Sir, we don't charge you for drinks on these flights. It's all you." I said, "Yeah, consider the price, huh? You're right. I guess so." I'm trying to play it off. Hey, when we come back, I'm gonna tell you what Sega is doing. Also, this lady drunk driving. Let me tell you what. At what point she realized she was drinking and driving too much, and they found a whole lot of dope. I wonder what threw them off. Was it the labels that had Pablo Escobar on it? Did they think that they wasn't gonna check them just because they had a picture of Pablo Escobar on it? They was like, they thought the TSA and the the DEA and the drug enforcement people were gonna look at the packaging and be like, man, ain't no way. They can't be that stupid and put Escobar on the drugs. Well, guess what they did? I'll tell you how much too. This morning with Michael and Friends on Power 108.9. Wake up. Shout out to Southwest. Hey, thanks for sharing, y'all. Caring Heart. What up? Hey, what up, Kevin? Happy birthday, bro. Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Solo dolo today. Yep. Taking time off. Nobody in the studio today. It's just you and I. Our loyal listeners of Mornings with Michael and Friends. And to our loyal listeners at Power 108.9, don't forget tonight it's going down. 7:30 is the takeover with Christopher Carter. And then right after that, it's the Huddle, one of our newest shows, with my man Carl Spear. The Huddle is a sports show, just in case y'all didn't know that. I'm sure Carl's going to be talking baseball. Braves kicked off, they christened SunTrust Park last night with an awesome win. I think it was like 10-0 last night. Shout out to, I didn't realize this. As of yesterday, the Atlanta Braves were the only team in the league without a win. Well, that changed yesterday. So shout out to our Atlanta Braves. I think we got a game again today. I know we got a game today. I'm just trying to see if I can find out what time, because that could affect the shows. Let me see. Braves. Oh, we won 8-0 yesterday. Please forgive me, not 10. So I'm pulling up the schedule here. Let me see what the schedule looks like. Okay. So tonight, it's a 7:20 game tonight. Today, what's today? No, today is Tuesday. Hold on, I'm lost. Okay, no, we don't have a game tonight. So perfect. No game tonight. So yeah, we got everybody to be here. Carl will be here tonight, and then we got Christopher Carter tonight. So We're not back until Wednesday. So shout out to the Atlanta Braves. So yeah, it'll be a cool night tonight then. Come down and hang out. Check out some shows here. April 2nd. Yep. Power 108.9. Did y'all know that was on this day too, back in 1978, that the first episode of Dallas aired on CBS? It was one of my mom's favorite shows. She loved that. And it was also on this day in 1963 that the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King began his first nonviolent campaign in Birmingham, Alabama. So shout out to Dr. King. We're still taking your questions about your favorite airlines. The 2019 TripAdvisor Traveler's Choice Awards were handed out the other day. Singapore Airline came in #1 as the best in the world. Delta was the best major airline in North America, but the best airline in the U.S. goes to Southwest. So we're fielding your questions, and a lot of my friends out there, they're down with that Southwest. Them drink specials get you, boy. Remember Malik's flight? We had a flight, and Malik was able to drink on the flight. He tried to get a Bloody Mary like his dad. Son. You gotta be grown up to drink a Bloody Mary. Yes, you do. Hey, following in the footsteps of Nintendo and Sony, Sega has revealed its plans to launch a mini version of one of its classic consoles. Now, execs from the firm announced this weekend that it will be releasing the Sega Genesis Mini in September with about 40 games already installed, including Castlevania, Bloodlines, ToeJam and Earl, and of course, Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, the console is about $80, and it will look like the original one from the late 1980s. But it'll be in a smaller form, though. And it will come with 2 classic 3-game button controllers. What? I always say every time the game makers come out with their retro games, I'm always the first to be like, oh, I'm going to get me one of them. One, I never get it. And then the time that I did get it, I start playing the games, and I'm like, man, this is so freaking corny. Like it's just hard to go back to playing those games that we used to back in the day because of technology. Like I haven't picked up a game controller in a minute, but I might have to try the Sega thing out. $80. Tasha, I'm putting my Christmas list together right now. Now I want that for my birthday. I don't want to wait till Christmas. I want to put that on my birthday list. The new Sega Mini. Can we make that happen this year, please? We are exchanging gifts this year. Well, shout out to the Sega Mini. It'll be on my list. And because the games are preloaded, y'all know what that means, right? Where my Sega Genesis players at from back in the day, in the 80s? Y'all know what happened when you put that game in there and that game don't work? Stick it in the top. And that thing don't work. What you got to do to that cartridge? Why am I in here laughing with myself? Because it's true. That's the way you had to get the dust out of the controller. Stick that game back in there. Bam. It works. That's what I'm talking about. And wifey said she got me. So we're going to have a party at my house. I'm calling up Sean and Tony. Everybody. Everybody come over. We playing some Madden. Hey, when we come back, we're going to wrap up. I mean, I appreciate y'all spending this hour with me this morning. Solo dolo today. This is our 1-year anniversary here at Power 108.9. And people like, oh, why are you doing the show by yourself today? I'm sure they're happy that it's quiet in here. Because I know we usually have this place rocking in the morning. Tomorrow we will, because it's Cherie's birthday. Yup. She's going to bring her whole crew tomorrow. Hey, when we come back, we're going to wrap the show up. Also, I think I got your That's What You Get award. Hey, but before we go, though, to this commercial, up to $20 million worth of our heroin and fentanyl was seized in Harlem in New York. 77 pounds of suspected heroin labeled Pablo Escobar was found. Just 2 milligrams of fentanyl is considered a lethal dose. Approximately $200,000 in cash was also seized. 2 people have been arrested. Now, y'all know Escobar, he died back in 1993, was a ruthless crime boss at the Medellin cartel and was once considered the king of cocaine. What idiot decided to put the damn Pablo Escobar labels on there? That's how he got caught. Somebody's sitting back there saying, if we put the Pablo Escobar logo on there, is that what kind of accent was that? I know that was wrong. They're not gonna look at it. Jose, they're not gonna look at it if Pablo's on there. They're gonna be like, they can't be that stupid. Well, guess what? We got $20 million worth of y'all dough. When we come back, we're gonna wrap this thing up. This morning with my friends. Papa, 108.9. What accent was that though? AT Mitchell Gray. Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me this morning. We took a break to say thank you for 1 year at Power. I gotta say thank everybody once again. Your contributions, your help, those that came in and helped put up a table or plug in a cord or buy some air fresheners or hang a picture or whatever. Thank you very much. We're saying thank you back because we're going to do a get-together on the 19th of April. We're going to be at Sports Social right across the street here at the Battery. Shout out to all our friends over there at the Battery for looking out for us. If you have not been or experienced the Battery, it's a great place to come hang out. Braves game or not, they just opened up the escape room. Looking forward to doing that. My first escape room experience wasn't that pleasant. And I say that because my beautiful co-host, my 20 years in counting co-host, Latasha, used up all of our clues in the first room. And y'all know in typical husband-wife fashion, we in there fighting. Yeah, Tasha, you used up all the clues, and I'll tell her. I'm gonna tell everybody tomorrow on the show. But thank you. Thank you for your continued support. Power 108.9. I'm telling you, like, seeing this manifest over the past 10 years, August of this year will be 10 years doing radio, doing internet radio. And it's been an awesome ride. And we ain't stopping because we got some amazing programming that we're putting out. As a matter of fact, tonight at 7:30, it's the takeover with Christopher Carter. And then right after that, my man Carl Spear is coming with The Huddle. And we got some new shows on the network too. I mean, you already know about the Post Up News with Mo, Cindy B, Vu's Views, Relationship Status, T. Marie. Who else I miss? Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. But then we got the Ville coming. Got some cool folks. Some of that millennial talk. And they talking about real stuff too. So y'all get a chance to check them out this Saturday at 11, I think. And shout out to Eddie, man. Eddie has been doing this thing. Eddie has been doing this thing. We still got that question of what's your favorite airline? Danita Coachman, she's being funny. She's gonna say Marta. No, not Marta. Marta could be like JetBlue or what's that other one? I flew on. Which one did I fly on? I flew on JetBlue or Spirit. Didn't I fly on one of those? I think I did. I think I flew on Spirit. It wasn't that bad. It was a new plane. Like, I mean, they tax you for everything, but just don't get everything. But it wasn't a bad flight. So anyway, as we wrap up today, April 2nd, 2019, shout out to National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day. I think I'm gonna have me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich today. It depends on how many points that thing gets. But thank y'all very much for your continued support in this journey that we're on. Being a business owner. Yeah. Power 108.9. This is us, shouting. This is the People's Radio. This is the People's Network. If you got an idea you want to share, you can always, drop us an email at thepower1089@gmail. You can call the station anytime, 678-383-2339. You can hit us up on social media, YouTube, whatever. We're here. We taking over. Patrina says Spirit. Oh, she said she was just kidding. She likes Southwest. Hey, before we get out of here, shout out to this young lady. Her name is Amy up in Greenwich. Not Amy. Where were they? Oh, they were in Oklahoma. Yeah, they were in Oklahoma. So she was arrested for drinking and driving. After they say Oklahoma police said they spotted her. At what point did she realize she was too drunk to drive? Because when the police spotted her, she was driving without a tire. So she's just driving on a rim. You don't see all of them sparks coming from underneath your car. She's driving on a rim because she had gotten into an accident earlier. At that point, you realized you was drunk. You still didn't realize you were drunk. But anyway, the police said we could hear her coming from a block away. And in all DUI fashion, she gets pulled over. She's got a margarita in her lap. Luckily, nobody got hurt. Driving on the rim, margarita in her lap. And when the police come up to her car, and first question they always ask, you been drinking? And her response, yes, I had 2 shots of tequila. Why we always use 2? Every time you see somebody get pulled over, it's 2. Oh, I had 2 beers. I had 2 shots. I had 2 glasses of wine. That's what you get. And on that note, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Sharia's celebrating her birthday tomorrow. We're going to decorate the studio for her. No, we ain't going to get all mushy. But thank y'all very much. We can continue the conversation on social media. What's your favorite airline? Shout out to Southwest. Shout out to Delta. Shout out to Qatar. Shout out to all those jumps. Hey, I'll see y'all tomorrow. But y'all see Carter and Carl tonight. It's more than one Likely Friends. Power 108.9. Shouting. How many beers? 2 beers. That's all I had. See y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all very much. Caught you last minute. Bree, happy birthday.